Hey, this is Corey Peterson with Kahuna Investments. I'm here with my good friend Pam Cohen with Academy Mortgage. And today we're going to actually talk to you guys about, or talk to Pam about some things in the mortgage industry and what Academy Mortgage does for their clients. And they help not only business owners like me doing investments, but also that retail buyer that's actually going to buy your properties. And what you should be looking for when you're actually interviewing mortgage companies, the questions you should ask, and really what makes a mortgage company a really good fit.
Okay, great.
So let me just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do and all that good stuff.
All right. I'm Pam Cohen. I'm with Academy Mortgage. I am actually not a loan officer. I can speak in some generalities about programs and about things that we do for realtors and for consumers to help them get into a mortgage product that is suitable for them, as well as how to, from a realtor standpoint, how we can help them market themselves and their properties to make it an easier transition. But let's start with, from the standpoint of working with you, Corey. I know a lot of times you're doing a 90 or a fix and flip, and sometimes within that 90 days it's kind of difficult to get conventional or FHA financing on this traditional financing. So we are able at Academy Mortgage to do an FHA loan less than 90 days even when the appraisal value of the property is 120% of what the original purchase was. But anyway, there are a couple little things that we need to do.
I'm going to cut that up real quick. So basically what you're saying, right? So this is how I think, is that if I've got someone that wants to buy a property, I bought it for $80,000. I want to sell it for $140,000.
Correct.
Which is more than that 20%, right?
Correct.
And in less than 90 days, most banks would probably have a problem with that.
They would not be able to do it.
But you guys can, if the conditions are right, and it actually appraises, and you might need more than one appraisal, right?
You have to have two appraisals.
And you usually have to document why you can charge more for that property. In other words, you usually have to do some rehab. At least in what I've found is you got to have some proof, some documentation of you just didn't just buy it and you're selling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And again, I'm not a loan officer, but that product is something that Academy Mortgage can offer, and a lot of other FHA lenders are not able to do that just because of our strength.
Talk about now. Also, I want people to understand. Okay, there's a lot of mortgage companies out there, right? And so, some things that I always look for is whether they what I just call if they bank their own loans. Okay. So talk about that and why is that important and why you guys do it here at Academy.
Okay. We are a banker. We're non-depository bankers, so we're not taking money in for checking savings accounts. We have a pool of funds that we lend. So we're lending our own money. And then once those loans are produced, then yes, we're able to sell them in the secondary market. And because we're doing good loans, we're the bread and butter of the mortgage lending industry, we've got a lot of clout with the entities that we're actually selling those loans to.
The bigger banks that want to purchase your guys' loans. So in other words,
Fargo, BFA, the places like that.
I always shorten it up.
Okay.
So for me, you guys are what's called loan originators. In other words, they actually originate the loan here.
Yes, we originate the loan here.
You guys actually have the cash, you put it up, you help finance the loan. Now once you guys do that, behind the scenes you guys will probably already have someone else that's going to buy the loan, like a big bank like a Wells Fargo or something like that, or whatever it is. You sell it on the open-dairy market.
Right.
But what I've noticed is banks that do that have the ability to not have so many overlays and overlaps that some of the traditional big bank houses put. And I get this all the time, Pam, when I have so-and-so can't qualify for a loan. And my first response is, you need to go see my people because
Academy Mortgage.
Probably they told you no, but it's just because they didn't know the right program. They didn't have the ability to do because FHA has their guidelines, and what happens is some of these bigger banks put additional stipulations on top of those guidelines.
They kind of cherry pick. So they're going along and they're taking the better FICO scores, the people with better credit.
And they don't tell these people that.
No, they're not going to.
So they just think they're just like, I can't buy a home.
I can't get it.
And they're crushed, right?
Right. So we underwrite, obviously, according to FHA guidelines or Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac conventional guidelines, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to sell into the secondary market.
Last point I want to make, this is what I love, this is my other favorite little nugget that you guys do, is your 10-day close guarantee.
Our 10-day close guarantee, right. www.10daycloseguarantee, all spelled out, our 10dayclose.com. But we do have a 10-day close, and that is literally from the time the loan comes in originally. We do some on transfers because someone can't do the loan, we'll transfer it in. But as long as we have all the documentation, Corey, which means your borrower needs to
have all their stuff
right up front, then we can take it right to our manager, and he'll approve it. If there's a problem, he'll talk to the underwriter, and we can get that closed in 10 days. It goes into a different colored file. It goes right to the top of the file, any place through processing. But the reason we can do that, the real key to that, is we have all in-branch processes. Now, a lot of places,
systems in place that really puts that together.
Exactly.
Right?
There are a lot of companies that say they have in-house processing, but that might mean it's across town or even in a different state. Ours are all right here in our branch. That means our loan officer, our processor, the underwriter, the doc prep, and the funding all happen right here. So we're not sending out, we're not waiting for wires to come in, we're not waiting for any of that. It's a conversation down the hall, and we get the deal done.
Cool. Hey, I want to thank you guys for showing up on our website and our blog. Hey, for great posts, make sure that you go to www.kahunawealthbuilders.com. Check us out. If you're investing in Phoenix, go to our East Valley Investor Club tab and come be part of something that's great and successful here in the East Valley. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Corey.
Thanks. Appreciate it.